For
Better
me,
than for Frodo?
yes.
Damn. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. When the Riders of Rohan show up and you hear, "Ba-ba," and even the Witch King goes, "What the fuck?" Like, the Witch King's about to kill Gandalf, and he goes, "What the fuck is
He
that?"
turns around.
He
Yeah.
turns around, he
Yeah.
hears the horn, and he goes, "Excuse me? There's a whole fucking army? What the fuck?" And he looks at Gandalf almost like, "Fuck you," and then flies away. He's like, "We're not done here. I got more important shit." And he just fucking
What about
leaves.
when? What about when Gandalf shows up at the end of the Battle of Helm's Deep?
That's amazing too. But there and that's great because that is juxtaposed with Sam's speech about the great stories, the great heroes of old, and they always shine the brighter, even in the darkest of times. And oh yeah. Oh, I'm getting chills. It's so good. It's so good. You could choose any scene out of Lord of the Rings and tell me it's the best scene in movie history, and you can make a good argument out of that.
I think the reason that the for Frodo scene works is because, like I've said, they're literally fighting off of the hope that like Frodo and Sam aren't dead.
Yeah, and
And
it's juxtaposed with what's going on. Yeah, but that's not even like one. That's one. It's about just the charge.
I'm talking about like the speech beforehand too.
I
Aragorn's
bid
whole
you
speech.
stand, men of the West.
Yes, 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 yeah.
It is not this day.
It is not this day.
Oh
So
yeah, but Théoden's is so good, dude. Shield shall be
no,
splintered, spears shall be broken.
dude. When Boromir dies at the end of Fellowship, and Aragorn tells him that he will not let the White
All right,
City fall,
here's one. I think you could realistically argue that the best death in movie history
is
is
Boromir.
Boromir.
Yes, no argument, none.
No argument there. Boromir goes out. That is the way that every fucking warrior wants to go out.
Yeah,
Like, honestly, I don't know one true man who doesn't want to die for his family or friends. Who wouldn't do that?
yeah, yeah,
It's like if
yeah.
I'm going down,
I
I'm
would do
going down
that.
like I'm on. If I'm going down fighting, I want to go down like fucking Boromir, bro. I want 3 arrows in the chest, and I'm still swinging that sword.
Yeah, yeah,
And he's still alive. They took the little ones. That's all he's worried about. That's all he's worried about. He doesn't give a fuck if he's gonna die. They took the little ones. That's the first thing he said. He wants Aragorn to not even stop. He's telling Aragorn, "Go, run past me, go."
yeah, yeah.
And Aragorn stops, and Legolas stops, and Gimli stops, and they stand there with him. Actually, I don't even think Gimli's there. I think it's just Legolas and Aragorn.
Yeah, and then that's when
Gimli runs up
that's when
after Gimli runs up right as he's about to die.
that's when that's when Aragorn says that he will not let the White City fall. Dude,
Yeah,
I get
and he
goosebumps.
takes his bracer. He takes his bracer and he wears it for the rest of the movies. He
Mm-hmm.
wears. He never takes it off. He always wears Boromir's fucking bracer.
So I think Smeagol's transformation into Gollum is also incredible. Andy
Oh well,
Serkis is acting.
that is an incredible feat of cinematography.
Yeah, yeah.
And you want an incredible feat of acting, even though they're not the best movies in the world. Riddles in the Dark and The Hobbit is fucking phenomenal.
Oh, that's a great scene. It's a
It's
great
so good.
scene.
It's so good.
That scene's great.
It's one of the best acted scenes in the past 20
Martin
years. I'm not saying.
Freeman and Andy Serkis were just acting at
They
each
were
other.
just fucking cooking, bro. They were
Yeah.
so good. Like, I want the two of them in more movies together.
Well, what do you think about Andy Serkis directing the hunt for Gollum?
Andy Serkis also directed Venom 2, so
Okay, but like that movie's funny. It's like a
Keep
it's
in
like
mind, I will keep in mind that was his first time ever directing something. But he did
yeah.
direct Venom 2, which was not well directed at all.
No, but that movie was but that movie was funny as fuck. Like that was a funny ass movie.
So terrible.
Oh no.
Like,
It's
that's why
bad. But it's
after
funny.
that they were just like, fuck it. We know these movies are bad. We'll just make the third one like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Fuck it, the lizard's in it.
But here's my thing. It can't, dude. You're getting like Elijah Wood back, and you're getting Ian McKellen back. Like it's now.
Okay, Roman.
If you don't get Vigo back,
okay. Hold on. Vigo is back. Okay, Roman. Okay, Roman. All right. So, Philip Boyens, Peter Jackson, and who the fuck else? We're all back, and we're producing War of the Rohirrim.
yeah.
You said it earlier about yourself. People change.
That's true. Fuck, man.
Like, I don't trust Ridley Scott to make an alien movie.
Wow, damn, man.
The last alien movie Ridley Scott produced was Alien fucking Romulus, and that was just like the safest possible alien thing ever. It was like, we're just gonna do Alien again, but with retards as characters.
Yeah,
let's make them all in their 20s. And let's have like a really creepy alien thing. Oh, we have to add the black goo back. Because there has to always be a goo. A magic goo. There's always a magic goo in every sci-fi thing now.
So you would know this better than me. Why is it that Frodo is in this story? Is he even part of the hunt for Gollum?
Yeah, technically. Well, no, he's not. I don't know how you're gonna really do this. Gandalf does some fucked up shit in the hunt for Gollum.
When he leaves Frodo after like the Fellowship, doesn't like a year pass or something?
No,
a year passes, right?
In the book.
Yeah.
In the book, Gandalf is gone for 17 years.
Holy fuck, Jesus.
So in the books, Gandalf, Bilbo disappears, right? Frodo runs into the house and he's like, what the fuck? And Gandalf is sitting there and he's like, Bilbo's gone. He went to stay with the elves. He left you his ring. And then he goes, keep it secret, keep it safe. Mm-hmm. I have to go, and I'll be back. And then he dips. And he's gone for 17 years. Trying to figure out whether or not this is the ring.
I guess that's what the movie's going to be about.
It takes him 17 years to find Gollum. In these 17 years, he meets Aragorn, son of Aragorn.
Okay.
And in that time, they become friendly. Aragorn starts to help him. Aragorn then, being as amazing as a ranger and tracker and everything as he is the one that actually finds Gollum. Gandalf, Aragorn finds Gollum. They basically run him up a tree, so he has nowhere to go. And then when he finally comes down and they get him, Gandalf tortures the fuck out of him.
Gandalf the Grey does that?
Gandalf the Grey tortures the fuck out of him for information because Gollum won't give him any information. He won't do it. Gandalf's doing that shit. Like, when Gandalf gets a little bit scary and he goes, Bilbo Baggins! Yeah, that's like a little tidbit of like how scary Gandalf is.
So in Fellowship, when you see Gollum getting tortured, was that meant to be?
No, that's Gandalf? Mordor. That's Mordor finding him. They find him.
Right.
They find him before Gandalf does.
Oh shit! Oh,
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. It's either it's one or the other. Gandalf finds him first, or Mordor finds him first. But yeah, because that's how Gandalf knows that Bilbo said, or that Gollum said 2 words. Shire, Baggins.
Okay.
So that's how Gandalf finds out. He tortures the shit out of Gollum, gets the information, and then goes back. And he goes, "Is it secret? Is it safe?" When he comes out of the darkness and scares the shit out of everybody on screen.
Yeah.
Bilbo and Frodo, is it secret? Is it safe?
Yeah.
And then they put the ring in the fire, and then it doesn't do anything at first. And Gandalf's like, "Oh shit, thank God." And then he's like, "Wait, it says the shit on Rollo's arm," and he's like, "Oh fuck, I have to go see the head of my order. I'll be back." So in the movies, I believe it's supposed to be like 17 months, but in the book, it's like 17 years.
So how, if it's a couple pages
Frodo's
in
like
Fellowship?
40. Frodo's like 37 or 40 when he leaves in the book for the trip.
Mm-hmm. So if it's a couple pages in Fellowship, how in the hell are they going to make it into a movie?
It's more than a couple pages in Fellowship.
Mm.
No, we were
Was it
talking
like a
about the
chapter?
war. You're thinking about the War of the Rohirrim. That's a page and a half.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, the Hunt for Gollum is the first chapter that Tolkien actually wrote for the Lord of the Rings before he wrote The
Okay.
Hobbit. Like before he even wrote The
Okay.
Hobbit, he wrote a chapter, and it was called The Hunt for Gollum. I believe it's chapter like 7 or 8 of the actual book in Fellowship or something like that. I could be totally off on that, but it's like it's a couple chapters in
Okay.
the Fellowship when that actually happens. But it is the first ever actual pen to paper that Tolkien ever wrote was The Hunt for Gollum.
I guess what I'm asking this is, can this be made into a movie, or does it
Yeah,
not
you
have
can
like
make it into
enough
one
bones?
movie. They want to make it into 2. I don't know how you could do that. You can make it into. You'd have to really pad out the world. Like you would have to show Sauron and the Nazgul, all like their council and everything that's going on with them. You would have to show the elves and the White Council and everything going on with them, and Radagast the Brown. And you would have to show Galadriel
So
and Elrond, and
essentially, they're getting the whole squad back.
Celeborn would
Essentially,
have to be in
they
it.
would have to get the whole squad back.
You would also need Saruman. You would need.
Well, you can't do that now.
Can't do that. You would need. Gothmog should be there, technically speaking. You basically would have to, if you're going to make this into 2 movies, you would have to give us the other side who's also hunting for Gollum. You would have to show us Sauron's side. It would have to be back and forth, like how they do it in Star Wars and A New Hope, where you get to see what the Empire's planning and what the Rebellion's planning. Back and forth in A New Hope. You get to see the war room on the Death Star where Tarkin and Vader are talking to all the Imperials, but you also get to see the Rebel room where they're all talking, and they got those green screens and everything. So, like, you need to see both of those things. If you're going to pad this out into 2 fucking movies, you're going to have to add shit a lot. Because otherwise, it's literally going to be Gandalf reading a fuck ton of papers in Minas Tirith, and Aragorn running around in the woods, going like picking up leaves and going, "Oh, not that leaf," and then running around to a tree and going, "Doesn't smell like Gollum over here," and then like runs. Like that's what that is. That is literally what the fucking story is. So it's Aragorn tracking Gollum and gonna let Gandalf know. There's not much to do, but you're also. Either they're going to completely remove the fact that Gandalf does some evil shit, or they're going to have to show it.
What would you rather them do?
I'd rather them show it. That's the character. He's doing it for Middle Earth. Gandalf's like, I don't want to torture the shit out. You could just tell me. Gollum ain't telling him shit. So he's like, I'm just going to, okay, fine. I'll do what I have to do then. I'll torture you. I will torture your ass and not kill you. You won't die. But I will put you through fucking hell.
That's why he tells Frodo to pity him. That's why he tells Frodo.
It's not even because he loves Frodo as like a kid, like as like his family. It's deeper than that. It's way deeper than that. because another war of wrath would happen. And I'm just saying, if another war of wrath happened, they lose because they don't have the heavy hitters on the light side that they used to have. They didn't have Gilgalad. They didn't have, you know what I mean? They don't have High King Feanor. They don't have the Silmarils. They don't have Beren and Luthien. They don't have these heavy hitting, like, biblical characters. They're gone now. They died in the War of Wrath.
Yep.
They ended the War of Wrath. So if the War of Wrath happens, if there's another War of Wrath, humanity and the elves and the dwarves and everywhere, they're fucked. They don't, I mean, what are they, who do they have? Well, they have the people that we know. But these people don't know that, right? They don't know that Aragorn is actually powerful as fuck. They don't know that Legolas is around. They don't know that, you know what I mean? Like in Gandalf's eyes, all they have on the good side is a fuck ton of bickering men, like humans, like a fuck ton of bickering humans, elves that don't want to get involved, dwarves that don't want to get involved, that don't give a fuck, and humans that are working with Sauron, by the way, the Black Numenorians. What's up, Ronnie? And you also have so in Gandalf's eyes, it's if we don't get this thing and have it and destroy it as soon as possible, we're fucked. Because what? Me, Elrond, Galadriel, Saruman, and Radagast are gonna save the world?
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. The White Council can't do it all on our own. We don't have the Gilgalad anymore. We don't have the High King Feanors anymore. And Iluvatar ain't gonna fucking send Olwe down to fuck shit up again. Like that, the War of Wrath took a lot, bro. Morgoth is like, it's taking like multiple gods to keep Morgoth in prison.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I would much rather them just make a Last Alliance movie and not.
Yes. Everybody would.
Yeah.
But they
really don't want
it. You know why they won't do it? Because Rings of Power wants to do it.
Why?
They have the characters. They have Isildur and they have fucking Elendil. They're gonna do it. It's gonna be the finale of Rings of Power. It's gonna be a fucked up version of the War of Wrath.
But I'm saying, why can't they just make a fucking Last Alliance movie? We saw very little of it in the Fellowship. Just make like a whole movie about that whole battle and like everything leading up to it. But no, they can't do that. Instead,
you should just make the story of Beren and Luthien. And it's a perfect romance. It's awesome. Sauron's in it. This is Beren and Luthien are the reason that Sauron loses his power and loses his dominion of werewolves and vampires. And loses his shape-shifting ability. So he can still change his face and his form, or his face and physicality of a human, but he can't turn into a snake anymore. Or turn into a fucking werewolf. Or a vampire. Like, he is the lord. Most people don't know this. Werewolves and vampires exist in Middle-earth, and Sauron is the one who created them. He's the lord of vampires and werewolves. That is what his original thing was with Morgoth. He was like Morgoth's right hand. Him and Gothmog, who was the lead of the Balrogs.
Would you say though that the Hunt for Gollum is just a to me, it's a nostalgia grab. That's how it feels.
That's absolutely what it is. Because there's so many other stories you should tell. It's like it seems very reminiscent to me of what they're doing. He would.
No shame.
Hey man, Freddie Prinze Jr. in the first Scooby-Doo movie said it best. When he's in Daphne's body, he goes, "I'm gonna go look at myself naked."
No, but
I don't blame him. I would too. I was sitting there like 5 years old. I was like, you know what? If I was in Daphne's body, I might go fucking look at myself naked too.
as much as I love like the actors and like the old like Lord of the Rings, we already had our, nostalgia grab. It was the fucking Hobbit movies.
Yeah, it was The Hobbit.
We had it.
It was fine.
Yeah.
You know what was really nice? We didn't need to see Aragorn, but when Thranduil, in the end of the Battle of the Five Armies, tells Legolas, "There's a young ranger I think you should go find. His father's name was Arathorn, and he has much to do in this world yet." It's like the crowd was like, "Oh my god, that's how Legolas and Aragorn became friends. Yay."
Legolas is going to be in the hunt for Gollum. I didn't know that actually.
Yes, I did know that. But
I didn't know that.
Probably they could put Legolas in there if they wanted to. Like, I don't think. I don't know if Orlando
is he there?
They could.
Because
no, but they could have him hanging out. They could have him hanging out with fucking Aragorn when Gandalf shows up. Yeah, when Gandalf shows up, and Gandalf could be like, "Legolas Greenleaf, what are you doing here?" And Legolas would be like, "Gandalf, you old son of a bitch, I haven't seen you since the Battle of the Five Armies. Do you remember that movie?"
The one that technically is not canon.
Yeah, the one that doesn't exist.
Because, like...
The trilogy of movies with a villain that doesn't exist?
The trilogy of movies where, like, they had to add a bunch of shit in there where they literally only have Legolas there to have a fucking love triangle.
Yeah, Legolas isn't in the book. So, no. Roman, anyone could be in this movie.
Gimli. Fuck, man. Just fucking put Gimli in it.
Literally anybody could be in this. You could have Gandalf, while he's looking for Gollum, go from one city to every city. He could be like, "I have to go to Minas Tirith. Oh, I should go and talk to the steward." And he goes up there, and Boromir and Faramir are hanging out, and he's like, "Hey, kids." And it's little Boromir and little Faramir. Not even little. No, it wouldn't be little. They'd be adults. But you could have Boromir and Faramir there.
They would be, like, de-aged, though.
Yeah, they'd be de-aged, but they'd be there. Right? Yeah. And they'd be like, "Oh, Gandalf the Grey. Yes, let's go talk to my father." And then you'd have the steward, right? And then he's like, "Oh, I found everything I need from Minas Tirith. Time to go talk to the elves." And then he shows up and he's like, "Hey, Thranduil, my old friend. Nice to see you." And Legolas comes in and he's like, "I just finished killing spiders in Mirkwood. How are you doing, Gandalf? Nice to see you." Gandalf's like, "Hey, do you guys have any information on this little fucking crackhead I'm hunting?" And they'll be like, "Yes, we can point you in the direction of Erebor." And then he'll go there and he'll be like, "Oh, hey, all the dwarves from The Hobbit. Nice to meet you guys again. It's great to see you." And they'll be like, "Gandalf, wow, do you need something?" And he'll be like, "Do you have any information on the little crackhead I'm hunting?" And they'll be like, "No, but I bet you the guys at Lake Town do, or Dale. Oh, let's go to Dale. Hey, Bard and his family, how are you guys doing in Dale?"
It'll be the Avengers Endgame of fucking,
yes. It'll literally just be Gandalf going from location to location to location to location, meeting all of the characters we know, getting information from all of the characters we know, none of them getting truly involved, just them cameoing in, hanging out, saying what's up, sending him on his way, and then eventually he'll hang out with Aragorn, and then the whole next movie will be Aragorn running around in the woods chasing Gollum down. And then it'll end when Gandalf shows back up to the Shire and walks in, and you can even end it where he just walks in and he goes, "Oh, Frodo's not here. He's out partying still. I'm going to go hide in the corner in the shadows and wait for him to come in and scare him." And then that's the end of the movie. And then Frodo walks in and Gandalf's hand comes out and he goes, "Is it secret? Is it safe?" And then the credits roll.
Is there a big battle? There's not, right? So, like,
there's nothing.
No, wait.
They'll find a way. They will find a way.
Sauron's gonna send orcs after him.
Yeah. Yep,
Sauron's gonna send orcs after him.
Yes, they'll find a way to have orcs show up, and they'll probably they'll go to fucking somewhere, and the Rohirrim will show up and kill them all, or it'll be he'll have to go through Osgiliath, and that's always under siege from Mordor. So he'll have Gondorians fighting the orcs of Mordor and Osgiliath, or you'll have a group of orcs or goblins come down from the fucking mountains, and Aragorn and Gandalf fuck them up, or you'll have a group of elves that we're cleansing our lands from this Mordor filth, and they just roll up in the middle of nowhere and just start murdering elves. And they're like, by the way, we saw this little crackhead down the river. You might want to find him. And then they're like, thanks, elves. And that's how you get your fight. That's how you get your battle. The elves show up, and then they're like, by the way, just the same way. It'll be the exact same scene as when the Riders of Rohan show up to the three hunters. And they're like, oh, yeah, we killed a fuck ton of Orkai last night. We didn't see any little bodies, but we burned them all. So go check. It'll be the same thing. They'll show up, they'll fuck up the orcs. Gandalf and Aragorn will walk out, and they'll be like, oh, wow, a wizard and a ranger. You guys, what the fuck are you two doing together? That's weird. And they'll be like, yeah, it is weird, but we're hunting a little crackhead. And they'll be like, oh, we saw a little crackhead just down the road. It's your first left past Weathertop. Like,
that probably is actually like what is.
That's what they're gonna do, because that's how they get their battle. And then they're like, well, we need a reason for a battle. Oh, well, these guys have information about Gollum. Yeah, we tried to catch him, but he was too slippery. That's what it'll be.
And then the whole second movie
everybody wants to catch him, because he's known he's known by most prominent people in Middle Earth know who he is.
So then, are we gonna get Frodo and Sam scenes? Because like Elijah Wood is,
we'll probably get a Frodo and Sam scene. There will probably be scenes where it cuts back to the Shire, and it's Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin all hanging out at the bar, talking about how they want to bang Rosie Cotton. Like, yeah, we'll get little wholesome scenes of them back in the Shire hanging out for sure.
Yeah, well, because like
it'll be one cameo scene at the end of the movie, the same way that they did it in the beginning and the end of the Hobbit trilogy.
Yeah. I don't know.
You can't have Bilbo. You can't have Theoden. You can't have Saruman.
So you can't have like some of the old cast, but they're all still. A chunk of them are still here, so
most of them,
like, if you gave them a paycheck,
most of them are 50.
Yeah,
like that's not a prop. Like they're all going to be de-aged. All of them are going to be de-aged.
Well, they already did it to Orlando Bloom in the Hobbit movies.
Is the exact same age. No, that was just really good makeup.
Viggo
Mortensen is the exact same age, or not the exact same age. I think will be the same age when this movie comes out, or is the same age when this movie got announced, that Ian McKellen was when he got hired for the Fellowship.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's like 40 or 50 something. 50 something.
That was 30.
50 or 60. God. 50 or 60 something.
Hold on. How
old is Viggo Mortensen?
He's 66. Okay. He could probably still go if he like really wants to. You tell me that if they threw a bag at him that he wouldn't do it. He's definitely in it, but they just haven't said it yet. Because
he's in it.
Yeah.
He's definitely
Aragorn's crucial to this story. You can't have it without him, right?
Yeah, you can't tell the story without Aragorn. That's how Aragorn and Gandalf meet each other. It's how they become friends.
Right. So
like Gandalf knows of Aragorn, but he doesn't know of him. He doesn't know him, right? He's never met him. He's never found him. He's never found the Rangers of the Dunedain. He's never found the Dunedain. Well, he knows Arathorn, Aragorn's father, but he never knew Aragorn. Yeah.
They should have just
That is Aragorn, son of Arathorn. You will respect his name.
They should have just made like a slice of life movie about like Sam and like Rosie Cotton's life. I actually would watch that.
I think
Or
a
they
lot of
made a
people would watch that. I think a lot of people would watch a slice of life about all of the characters after the movie.
honestly, I would rather that
I
than
think people would watch it. I think legitimately you'd be like, well, there's not gonna be any action and what the fuck? This is like just a soap opera. But I think people would watch it if it was Aragorn and Arwen living in Minas Tirith, and Legolas doing whatever he's doing, and Gimli doing whatever he's doing, and Faramir and Eowyn living in Rohan doing whatever they're doing, and like Merry and Pippin doing their shit, like, and Sam's family. I think people would watch the fuck out of like a 90-minute movie like that.
yeah. Like you just get all the old actors back. Just like you don't have to fuck with like the lore. They can all just be vibing and chilling, and it would just
You
be like
only
a
have to
feel good movie.
de-age. You would only have to de-age Orlando Bloom because
Depends on when they would make this.
well, you'd have to also
Cause
you would also have to de-age Arwen.
Vigo too.
No, you wouldn't.
No,
No, he can get older. Vigo can look older. He's already 80. He's 87. He's 80. His character is 87 in Return of the King.
Jesus Christ!
Or Two
Wow,
Towers. Two Towers, he's 87. So in Return of the King, by the end of Return of the King, he's 88.
wow, damn. Okay,
They're
all right
good.
then.
They're half elves. They have long lives.
But
Well, they're not
so
half elves. They're like a quarter or like a third elf. So they
I
have
know that
like
there are some people that have said that like they wouldn't want a continuation. Well, I would rather that than like a fucking prequel. It,
no.
it's like
I'd rather a prequel.
so you would rather the Hunt for Gollum than
Read
like
the end of
a
the book.
90-minute.
Read the end of the book. Read the end of the book, and it'll tell you what everybody's doing with their lives. You could do it in a 20-minute fucking YouTube video short. Right?
No, but like I'm saying, would you rather like a 90-minute post like Return of the King movie or like a Hunt for Gollum movie that is literally just a like nostalgia grab?
I would rather they take any of the fucking stories from the Silmarillion and do one of those.
Yeah.
I would like the Song of Creation. I would like the
What
War of
about
Wrath. I would like
what about a movie about like the very start, like
the
the
Song of
start of the First
Creation.
Age?
Yes, the Song of Creation. I would love that.
Yeah, yeah, that would be cool.
And then
That'd be cool.
fucking Arda and the elves, the creation of the elves and the creation of the dwarves and Morgoth and his discourse in the harmony of the Song of Creation. And basically I like to think of it as like they're playing classical music and then Morgoth just plugs the amp in and just starts going like and they're like, bro, can you chill out? And he's like, fine, okay. All right, guys, my bad. I'll chill out. And then he does. And he sets up a drum set. And he's like, all over the place. And they're like, whoa, dude, whoa. You just accidentally created orcs. Can you chill? And he's like, sorry, Dad. I will chill. But this is really fun. And like that's how that's how I like to think of it. Is like they're all playing classical music and he's just the one that keeps playing heavy metal. And it keeps fucking up the rhythm.
That would actually be dope. That'd actually be dope in like a movie. But no,
Oh yeah, because you can also get like the War of the Gods and like the fight for the Undying Lands, and then
I'm
the
cautiously
elves.
optimistic. I'm cautiously optimistic because the
I'm
actors are
cautiously
good.
optimistic too, but how many times, bro? Roman. They had the entire cast back doing interviews, taking pictures together with the whole new cast and everything for The Force Awakens. And we did not see Leia, Han, and Luke on the same